Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Right now Fubara has a unique name attached to his name. Things are happening in quick succession in River State. Of course, in the same River State, the factional speaker then talking about Okojumbo celebrated 2 years of very active service of representing his constituency Brony local government area, talked about his move and all that. And of course, Fubara's camp literally dragged out the 27 lawmakers, asking them, today marks 2 years in office, how market? On a day suspension, Fubara day suspension, it's not as if the person will be one impeach, you come finally come, una no see salary, Fubara no see salary, all of them are the same place. So how market? How na they enjoy the suspension? But let's find out the special name given to Fubara right now. And I tell you for free, Fayose is not sparing Fubara at all. Most Nigerians are probably standing in the same boat and the same, position with Fayose. But let's dive into the newspaper. We're going to see the video in a moment. But let's dive into the newspaper to find out exactly what he's saying. Now, businessman and social commentator Isaac Fayose says he regrets that he fought for suspended River State Governor Sam Fubara. Fayose stated this while reacting to photos Fubara took with President Tinubu in his Lagos house sometime on Tuesday, June 3rd. Now, in the video, of course, he described Governor Fubara as a weakling. But let's go there. He said, for Fubara, that was a governor 3 months ago, all he does now is to go and take pictures either with Mr. President in London or Lagos, or stand outside Aso Rock, or even stand outside Wike's house. They have changed his destiny. He is now taking pictures with his enemy. What a weak man. Fubara, you're a very weak man. I regret even fighting for you. Very weak man. Weakling. Of course, recall that President Tinubu suspended Fubara from office in March this year over his protracted political crisis with his Oga, that's godfather and predecessor, Nyesom Wike. Of course, let me allow you watch the moment how he took time. He couldn't spare Fubara. He was like, and I tell you for free right now that most Nigerians tend to stand with Fayose, Isaac Fayose, the younger brother to Fayose, the former governor, Ayo Fayose, the former governor of Ekiti State, who happens to also be the ally of Nyesom Wike, who supplied Nyesom Wike his social media aide, Lere Olayinka. Let's watch him. We'll come back football.
I pray for you today. Make enemy no change your destiny. There are some wicked people out there. They are destiny changers. They will change your destiny. Fubara, that was a governor 3 months ago. All he do now is to go and take picture, whether with president in London, or take picture with president in Lagos, or stand outside Aso Rock, or stand outside Wike house. They don't change his destiny. He's now taking pictures with his enemy. What a weak man, Fubara. You are very weak. I regret even fighting for you. Very weak man, weakling. Now you are governor before, now picture you they take now. They don't take your destiny. Governor pictures, destiny changers. May God save us from destiny changers. We go collect Friday, they can give you Saturday. Fubara, Fubaro.
All right, welcome back. You've heard what Isaac Fayose said. They now call him a picture governor. Governor to man your photo everywhere. So they changed his destiny. And for that one, I wouldn't know if they changed his destiny, but I do know one thing. A lot of persons believe that move Fubara took, it's as if he was more interested in gaining power anyhow. A lot of persons believe that Fubara is going to be the one that will, take down Wike's political strongholds, literally. And most of Wike's senior guys, referring to the likes of Goodluck Bella Jonathan, I'm referring to the persons like Amechi Rotimi, Peter Odele, and the likes, believe that Wike is probably one of their prodigies, probably too small for them to start exchanging word with someone who they brought into politics. Yes, it could be your turn, it could be you, it could be raining now. We reigned before you, we occupied those seats before you, so we shouldn't be joining issues with you. Quite insultive, yes, like the person of Ruben Abati said some few days back. But a lot of persons believe that Fubara would have changed the narrative. But alas, Fubara ended up coming out and, so to speak, making him appear a bit more weak than we thought. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on what Isaac Fayose said? I have my position. I feel I can't stand with Fayose in the sense that it's either he wouldn't have fought at all. Look at Ododo with Yaya Bello. Ododo knows his position as a prodigy. He never fought his boss. Whatever agreement they had, they're staying it and they're seeing it through. Nobody's questioning Ododo. Nobody's dragging Ododo. We all know that Ododo is Yaya Bello's boy. And if you know you don't have the energy to fight with your godfather, you would have just rested. Nobody would drag you. Fubara, one of those small boys that they say should not come to Abuja, would have rested it. But coming to fight and not win and going back to your vomit, I kind of see reasons with Fayose. Of course, some persons may say otherwise. What's your take?
Well, for me, I think that Fubara did not understand the political terrain in Nigeria, and he did not understand the extent of the fight. At first, everyone was looking at this fight as it's going to be, possibly a 200-meter race. After a while, there will be some level of rest. But incidentally, it came to a point whereby it was not just a 400-meter race. It was 4 times 400-meter race, and Fubara was the only one with the baton. He ran the first leg of the race, 400, only to notice that Wike was handing over to different people until he finally handed over to the president, who kind of beat him to it. So I think he did not really understand that it's going to be as far as this. But be that as it may, I must say that politics in Nigeria, uncertainties surround it. As much as we respect the constitution of the country, but we have to be clear that there are some people who are far bigger than the constitution, because whether we like it or yes, what the president did till tomorrow will still be considered as being unconstitutional, and it wasn't expected of a Democrat. So seeing that the president suspended him and the country was still running and everything was still going on, especially when it got to the point where the House of Assembly, that's the National Assembly, not the House of Rep and House of Representative, I affirm everything the guy was doing, empower the sole administrator to come in. I mean, who is he? These are the lawmakers, So at the point, he now realizes that, politics in Nigeria is different. I alone, single-handedly, cannot correct the ills in this. So let me play the game according to the way they want it to be. So, number one, it clearly shows that Fubara is not a game changer. Apart from being a game changer, he's not someone who can, run against the wind. In other words, he cannot swim against the tide. At the point he realizes he was swimming against the tide, and it seems as if he was failing a great deal. So he had to, wherever the tide goes, wherever the wind goes, I fly in that direction. And that's why we're seeing him going to visit President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And to some extent, that will kind of dose the tension in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will, even if we keep postponing this thing, keep shifting it until when the president comes back to his democratic sense and restore democracy in Rivers State. So be it. But from all indication, they are not intending to do, because anything, no matter how good you are in interpreting the law, whatever that escapes the law is actually unconstitutional. And unfortunately, the step taken by Bola Ahmed Tinubu totally escaped. The constitution didn't cover it. And everywhere we go to, no matter where you go, where they practice democracy, elected personality cannot, remove the other person also who is elected. There is procedures that must be followed. I think even if Tinubu intended to do anything, it would have been a case of allowing the speedy move by the people, that's the lawmakers in Rivers State, to deal with. But however, the situation has clearly shown us that the president is above the law, and that's where we are.
Guys, that's going to wrap it up. Let's put in our conversation.